We're finally back in Mozambique and we are so happy to get back on the road. Heading north up the coastline. No itinerary and very little plan. We explore Guinjata, TOFO, Barra and Morangulu before finally reaching Vilanculos and Bazaruto, Bianca's last stop. Absolute overlanding freedom, Mozambique style. So after many delays, we are finally back in Mozambique and heading north for a 2-month adventure, at first with B and then solo.
So we've arrived in Mozambique.
So we're in Mozambique, finally, and we're making our way up north now, and we have a very flexible itinerary. Bianca has to be back in Johannesburg for a friend's bachelorette in about a month's time. But I'm even considering possibly that B flies back and I stay up here. How's the tent building going? Being our first night, we're taking the easy way out. The owners have been kind enough to invite us to come and braai with them, and they probably have a pretty early night. But we'll see you guys in the morning for our first full day in Mozambique, and we'll get up to some real adventures then. We ended up having a bit of a first night blowout and got on the road later than intended. Baby. How are you feeling this morning?
Like
Excuse me, you can't say like in the video.
terrible. Like I made a lot of bad choices last night.
This is very much needed Babala's food. Excited for some sand driving, babe?
Always excited for some sand driving. Sand driving's the best.
Having had such a slow start to the day and with no real plans to rush to, we stopped once more on the way up to Inhambane. We have and you can pretty easily do the drive in one long day. We had nothing booked and we're just letting the road guide us north. And decided that before we head to TOFO, we wanted to stop off in Guinjata Bay and check out the diving there. It's a much less known village on the Inhambane Peninsula, but it finally felt like we were back in Mozambique proper. Fish with the ocean in the background. Best. Look at that view. Good morning, guys. Take a look at where we are. How spectacular is that? I'm doing my first dive with that thing. It's a bit scary taking that into the ocean, but that's what it's here for. Because I want to improve my skills as an underwater videographer so that I can offer it to clients going forward and maybe, you know, one step in making this whole project a little bit more sustainable.
Hi everyone, my name is Darian. I'm an instructor here at Guinjata Dive Center in beautiful Mozambique.
What's it like living in paradise, bud?
Office is cramped, you know, it's constant sand between my toes. I mean, I'm constantly working. And we're about actually to go for our first dive to Pandani Express. As you can see, it's a very linear type of reef. Where we drop is we actually drop on this area. And there's a bit of pinnacles that you can see. It's also completely like an amphitheater.
Pretty incredible part of the world. quickly discovered what a steep learning curve it would be with the underwater housing. We just spent the one night in Guinjata and we'll have to come back soon. It was time to head to one of my favorite places in Mozambique and probably the world, the beautiful beach village of TOFO. We are in TOFO, which is freaking awesome. We love this town. We had a great holiday here just before lockdown happened, late 2019. So it's great to be back. It's been one of the destinations that I'm most excited about in Mozambique. Hopefully do a whole bunch of marine conservation stuff and some scuba diving and some kayaking and some swimming and all sorts. But we are starting with lunch at a little restaurant called Seamew. That was a recommendation from some friends. So we're gonna go check that out. Looks a bit random until you see where it is. We just had such a great meeting with Marine Megafauna. It's an organization based here, but they also operate in Basruta, which is further north. And they're doing some incredible work. It's not just conservation, it's research and it's education and their community engagement, and they're doing a whole bunch of things. There's so much going on. What you got there, B?
Humpback whale.
So we're staying tonight at a brand new lodge called Kumba. It's a yoga retreat built by a really interesting couple from Johannesburg originally, but they've just moved here. This is our little house for the next couple of days at Kumba Lodge in TOFO. It's a brand new lodge. We're literally the first guests they've ever had. So it's still under construction, but this place, I can tell you, is gonna be spectacular when it's done. Pizza for dinner is always a good idea. We're going to some pizza at a little spot called Branco's. It's in the market here. It's got a really good rating. Apparently it's really good. It's a bit random, but it's awesome. Cheers. To TOFO. What a terrible place to wake up. We had a couple of amazing days at Kumba, relaxing, doing some yoga and making new friends and enjoying TOFO. Cheers. Good morning, guys. This is my daily commute. Also, how amazing is this little town? I love TOFO so much. You saw those drone shots, it's like paradise. I sent a photo to my very good friend Irvit, and he said, that's a music video, dude. That's not real life. And it's not real life, and we're kind of aware that our permanent travels are probably coming to an end. It's just financially not viable, and I've run out of savings. Otherwise I'd spend all my savings if that meant we could stay on the road, but I kind of have already spent all my savings and we're running out of cash. So it doesn't give us many options. We're gonna probably go and find a place in the city and settle down just for a little bit. I'll still do loads of traveling, but we need to just reduce our expenses a little bit and have a base. So with that in mind, it really just makes me appreciate being able to do things like this even more. I mean, look at this place, it's just incredible. TOFO's a real little magic gem of a spot, and if people haven't been here before, I strongly recommend it. There's incredible diving, but it's not just limited to the diving. There's so many other things you can do here, all sorts of different water sports, or just have a nice relaxed beach holiday. This is our next little spot. We are staying at Liquid Divers. It's a really cool little dive lodge and dive center, and they've got accommodation here as well, and it's right on the beach. So super awesome, excited. We're gonna go check in now, see what our accommodation's like. Oh, it's awesome. We got settled, I gave myself a quick haircut, and then got to one of the main reasons we came to TOFO, scuba diving. Had an awesome morning diving. The visibility is really not great at the moment. I think it's a bit of a leftover from that storm that we had not that long ago. But it was a super cool morning. Saw a beautiful turtle. You guys will have seen some of the footage. Saw a juvenile banded eel, I think it was, which is also really cool. Pretty rare apparently. And now we're gonna go get some food. One thing after diving is that you're tired and hungry. Yummy! Look how good that pizza looks. It's insane how good that pizza looks. Should I wait for Bianca to get her food?
You never will.
Oh gosh, it's tough. I'm hungry. And this pizza looks amazing.
Eat it while it's hot.
No, thank you, brother.
Eat it while it's hot.
So, you guys all heard that. She gave me permission.
Put chili on it first. What are you doing?
Oh, look at this. This is a delicious thin beige pizza.
Give me. Put some slow chills.
Bianca's upset with me for not putting chili on absolutely everything that we eat.
If I could put it on my cereal, I would.
How much chili did you eat when you met me, Dean?
0.
She ate no chili when she met me.
I got it. Bite on my hand. My finger's swollen.
Don't put a zap at the camera. Now we gotta take out this whole segment.
Can I have one?
No.
You can have one mine.
Okay.
I didn't know you
It's my happy pizza dance.
Makes a picture.
Good, huh? Double thumbs up. It's delicious. We are heading to Sunset Shack, which is in Barra. It's the other side of this Inambam Peninsula where people like to stay. Normally we'd go on the tar road, the main road, but because we are going with Stephen, the owner of the yoga lodge that we were staying at before, we're going the back way, which is quite cool. So B's driving, lots of sand. It's pretty wild and pretty remote. It's super cool though. Having fun in the sand, B?
Always.
Do you prefer sand or mud?
Sand.
Prefer sand to mud, so that says a lot because she enjoys making a splash. So the drive was amazing. Really glad we took the long way around through the villages and through the palm trees. Super beautiful. We got to Barra and Sunset Shack is closed, and the next place we tried is also closed. So we seem to have chosen a really bad day to come through to Barra, but at least it's beautiful. We might have to end up back in TOFO to get dinner though, so we'll see. Luckily Neptune's was open, so we had dinner there and headed home for a relatively early night before my last day of scuba diving in TOFO. Bianca's leaving me. I can't say I'm surprised. I think most of us have been expecting it for a long time.
Flight's booked, 10 days to go.
So she is going to be flying home from Vilanculos, and I am going to be staying on. I'm now fully committed to it, I guess, because we paid for the flight, so it would be silly for me not to stay on now. So I have no itinerary. I want to try and get up to Gorongosa. I'll get in touch with the reserve and see if make sure there's availability. And then loosely I'm thinking of heading west towards Zimbabwe, going to the Chimanimani Reserve hopefully, then heading south towards the Limpopo. Not sure really. Getting ready to head out for, unfortunately, my last dive with Liquid. It's been really incredible. I think we're heading to Galleria is the name of the reef we're going to. It's really beautiful there, so looking forward to another dive. And I'm starting to get pretty decent with the underwater housing, so hopefully I'm starting to get some decent shots. You guys would know better than me though, because you would have seen them already, well certainly some of them. After some great dives this morning, we are gonna head out and get some food. It's been a pretty lazy afternoon. I've been backing up the memory cards, which I haven't done really this whole trip, so it's quite important. But yeah, we're gonna take a walk into TOFO now, into the little town of TOFO, and see if we can find some food. It's our last full day in TOFO, so I'm gonna try and make the most of it, even though I'm quite tired. We decided to come to lunch at TOFO. Steve and Ads brought us here when we were staying with them at Kumba Lodge. We had a great meal and we felt like something similar, and there's beautiful views in the other direction. Most of the restaurants and most of the stuff in TOFO faces the ocean. It's really beautiful with palm trees, and it just feels like lush greenery in Bali or something like that. Oh wow, look at that. See? Delicious homemade barracuda samosas, and here comes the barracuda. Look at that. That wasn't planned at all. I was literally just busy eating the fish samosa when I was going to say how delicious it is, and someone came in, one of the local fishermen, with his catch of the day. And if the owner of the restaurant decides she's going to buy it, then I'm pretty sure that will be the special tomorrow. How cool is that? I just wanted to correct myself quickly there. There's a bit of confusion. So they call it a kuta. So it's not a barracuda, actually, it's a king mackerel, which is safe to eat and it's of least concern, so you can fish it completely sustainably. I ordered chicken for lunch. Unfortunately, I wish I'd ordered fish now. And these got some calamari. So they clearly saw that I was very interested in this fish. So they said I can come down and take a look. When did they catch it? 2 hours ago. And then a fish this big, will you freeze some of it, or will you just refrigerate all of it?
We freeze, we separate for many things, you know? Because we do samosas, we do fish.
Of course.
We do many things. So on the fish, that's why there's no blood, because they shoot it in the ocean.
Oh, so there's no blood because it died so fast?
Yeah.
Wow. Is the meat better when it's speared?
Yeah.
Really? How many fish have you filleted in your life?
Ooh.
You?
know how long I have this restaurant?
Yeah.
For 12 years. So
wow.
Can you imagine how many fillets I eat in my life?
And do the fishermen just know that if they bring you the right quality fish that you'll buy it?
Yeah, they call when they caught us, I want or not.
So they phone first, eh?
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that's such good meat, eh? I'm gonna go finish my lunch before my girlfriend shouts at me.
Please, yeah. Shout on him. See you soon.
What is your name, sorry?
I'm Sonia.
Sonia.
Yes.
Good to meet you, Sonia. I'm
Nice
Tim.
to meet you too, darling. Take care.
We had a awesome lunch at TOFO. We are busy walking back to Liquid. Not sure, it's a Friday night. I feel like we should be doing something tonight. We're gonna do something tonight, B?
No, we've spent quite a lot of money.
So we had a somewhat debaucherous week, so we'll take it easy on Friday night. But look how beautiful this walk home is. we're back at Liquid. It's a really cool dive center. We've had a great couple of days here. Like, we're gonna take it easy tonight, maybe watch some Netflix. You do get tired sometimes, even when you're staying in paradise, but I know there's a spectacular sunset going on over there. So I'm gonna quickly take the drone off and get some cool shots of it. Join us next week as we continue to make our way north up the coastline of incredible Mozambique.